How does someone add value to their business, especially when you first meet someone and it's the quote scenario, the first 10, 10, 10, and then how could someone go from meeting them, doing the numbers and figures up, and knowing that they might not be as competitive quote-wise as some other people that are undercutting themselves, how can they add more value to their business?
Yeah, great question. And the answer is I don't think you can once you're at that stage. So there's something you need to do before you get into the quoting. And in fact, in Black Belt, none of our builders do free quotes. They are always paid to put their quotes together. And to be able to do that, you've got to put a series of steps in place that are focused on genuinely understanding from your prospect's point of view what their fears, frustrations, wants and aspirations are. Yeah. And if you've got some steps set out, some questions set out that really show that you care and you're able to feed back the answers that you get so that person feels like they're understood, there's a hell of a lot of trust that is created right in that moment. And I think that the building industry has actually trained the population, the prospects and customers to approach this expecting to get free quotes. And it sucks for everybody. Like free quotes just suck. End of story. Nobody wins. The poor builder's up at 11 o'clock at night after spending 12 hours on the tool, spending 20 minutes with his kids at dinner time, and then he's, rubbing sleep out of his eyes trying to put together a quote for somebody. Yep. How accurate and how dedicated and committed is that builder after they've done all of that work that day and they're still up late at night doing this, versus if they are being paid like any other professional to invest their experience, their time and their intellectual property and knowledge into preparing something that is really accurate and quality. And I just believe that builders need to be paid for that. And to do that, we've just simply put together a series of steps that educates the prospect to this is a better way of doing it. Yep. If you don't want to do it this way, that's fine. Go out and get your 3 free quotes. We just won't be participating in that process. Yep. And we find that with our Black Belt members, it just saves a ton of time. And really, really builds their confidence. I mean, it can really knock you around if you are preparing, multiple quotes, say 10 quotes, and 2 or 3 of them get accepted. You can really take a hit to the old ego, not to mention a massive waste of time and effort.
I guess as well, there's something about that that just comes to mind. You're really qualifying the quotation, aren't you, as well? You're not just willy-nilly just giving out your free time to anyone. You know that the person who's going to say actually going to pay for it is actually really looking for your services.
Totally. And then that's the feedback we get from our members. If somebody is prepared to shell out, anywhere between $2,000 and $6,000 to get a proposal, we call them, rather than a quote, prepared, they've all but decided you're the right person. And that happens because of all of the steps prior. Building the relationship before you even get to that proposal stage. The people feel like you really know what you're doing because of your process, and you've understood from their perspective. So there's a high level of trust there. So they feel really comfortable by the time they get to that point. And then they make the investment to get the proposal done. I can't remember anyone in Black Belt even saying that they didn't get awarded the project for a quote that they'd been paid for.
Yep.
But, obviously there's a high level of trust and there's just that momentum and that relationship's built. So it just ends up with the builder getting awarded that project. But the best thing about it is it sets up the right relationship dynamic at the start.
Yeah.
I think it's bad news if you've got a customer who thinks that you're their slave because they're paying you money. That's a bad dynamic. I think it needs to be set up so we're a team. You tell me what you want, what you don't want, what you're concerned about, and I'll use my systems and my processes and my knowledge and experience to give you the best value and the best outcome.
Yep.
So let's keep our communication really open and transparent and work together. And yes, there will be problems, but let's put them out on the table and work them out as we go along. It's a much better way of doing things.